Hello again, YouTube, and welcome to Sakura MMO 3. My name is MS Punker1, and yeah, it's time for the third game in the Sakura MMO series. We played the second game a little while back after this recording. Don't remember exactly when it was, but it wasn't too long ago we played the second game at the time of this recording. So yeah, I kind of know what we are going to do now from what happened in the end of our last game. So let's see what actually will happen and how it will turn out. If you told me 6 months ago that why do I always call cough during this? If you told me 6 months ago that I'd become the most feared dark witch in the land, I wouldn't have believed you. My name was Katone, and I used to work in a law firm in Japan. Though I was feared in a certain sense, I was still an average woman with an average job. The only way I could become a dark witch was in the realm of video games. And that's exactly what happened. I became dedicated. Yeah, I became dedicated to an MMO. Oh, no, addicted. When I say dedicated, no, it's addicted. To an MMO called SF Online. In SF, I was known as Viola, and I was regarded as one of the strongest players. I owned hundreds of powerful items, and mastered the most complex of spells, and nobody could beat me in a fight, fair or otherwise. In SF I was unstoppable, just like a goddess. But that was only in SF, and SF wasn't real. Though I often dreamed of stepping into Viola's shoes and leaving my dull life behind. I knew such a thought was nothing more than a fantasy. Video games, no matter how beautiful rendered the graphics aren't real. They can never be real. At least that was what I thought. Until a strange force drew me into the world which had captivated me for so long. One day I woke up inside SF, in the homestead I furnished so lovingly. I thought SF was a dream, but I was wrong. It was unquestionably real, and so were the people who lived in it. Witches, darklings, werewolves, and all. Inside SF, I assumed the role of my character Viola. That's what everyone calls me now, unless I'm wearing a disguise, which I often do. My reputation inside the real SF is just as far-reached as it was in SF Online, and everyone's afraid of me. First there's Neve, my reliable maid. Neve is a darkling, a demonic race. She's fairly skilled with magic herself. She's unquestionably loyal, and she does everything I ask of her, and more. I'm fond of my peculiar maid, though she can be a bit too possessive at times. Next was Theon, a twitchy little thief who tried to swindle me out of my money in the Roseberry Forest. I was able to see through Theon's schemes, and I took her back to my castle to punish her for her deceit. She resisted at first, but after I helped her save her older sister, Holly, she warmed up to me. Warmed up to me, I think it should be. Finally, there's Larry, a stern but beautiful knight who used to guard the city of Montier. Larry isn't a naive resident of Asaph like Neo and Theon. She's a normal human who used to live in Japan like me. I didn't know why Larry and I were brought to Asaph in the beginning, but it didn't really bother me. I was content to simply enjoy myself, exploring the land, speaking to Asaph's colorful residents, and taking on various quests at the Adventurers Guild. After running with the Witch of Gardenia, however, I learned what my true purpose is. I know why Larry and dozens of others hapless humans think those should be helpless. Humans who were not so fortunate as us were brought here. There is trouble brewing on the horizon, and only we can stop it. The evil goddess Lona is plotting to escape from the underworld, where she was sealed to bring about an end to Asaph for good. The crops will die, the rivers and the seas will run dry, and the sky will turn black. Famine, disease and death will stalk the land, and nobody will be able to stop her. As the ancient Asaphian legends say, Lona, once goddess her life and fertility, cannot be defeated by anybody who was born in Asaph. Only those summoned to Asaph from outside the realms can deal with her. Can deal her a fatal blow. That's what Gardenia told us. But there is of course a catch. Nobody, not even the omniscient witch Gardenia, knows where the entrance to the underworld is. Information has long since been lost, and without it will be impossible to challenge the goddess. Fortunately, there is a library in Asaph which contains all the information in the world, known simply as the Forbidden Library. In this library there should be a book that details where the gateway to the underworld is. Armed with this knowledge, me and my ragtag party should be able to ambush the goddess and defeat her before she can carry out her scheme. However, the Forbidden Library lives up to its foreboding name. It's situated on the Crescent Island, which is far from the mainland and surrounded by sharp rocks. Few have gone to Crescent Island and lived to tell the tale. Crescent Island's precise location is such a well-guarded secret. In fact, that many people believe its existence is be nothing more than a rumor. I'm rather skeptical myself, but Gardenia seems convinced of its existence. If Gardenia had enough medical knowledge to summon Ellery and me into a world of SF, I don't doubt that she's right about this too. I don't know where Crescent Island is, but I do my best to find it. That's why I purchased a boat. It's a fine vessel made of polished wood, with a wide deck. I don't know very much about boats, but its price, I'm sure it be reliable. Normally large boats like this need an equally large crew to man them. But I'm no normal woman. And I flatter myself, a very talented mage. I can use my medical powers to keep sails on my boat forever full of wind. My fellow crew members don't need to lift a finger to help me. And even if they wanted to, they couldn't. Neither Theon nor Ellery know any magic, and Neo has been too preoccupied making our meals and keeping the boat clean to help. The four of us have been at sea for almost a week, and we still haven't seen Crescent Island. I won't give up. I know I find it eventually. I have to. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and I might be the only person who can set things right. With me, Theon, and Ellery by my side, I'm sure I can do it. We all determined, focused, and motivated, and nothing will stop us. At least that's what I like to believe, but... Well, so much for being focused on finding the island. Nice view, though. It seems like certain members of my party aren't taking this quite seriously. Quite as seriously as I'd hoped. Theon, the blonde thief girl with the fast fingers, is looking out at the ocean, shielding her eyes from the sun with one hand. Theon spent much of her life without a home. She had to steal from strangers so she could eat, and she lived on the streets for years. She was forever alert, wary of danger. Now she's lying on the deck of a boat, tanning. As for her clothes, well, she's wearing nothing but her undergarments. And a wide, goofy smile. I thought she had something more on her lower. so over her hips there, but apparently that's just her undies. It's not like Theon wears all that much in general. She seems to have some sort of vendetta against clothes. But I can see even more of her than usual. Well, is it that's what bikinis and stuff are for? I'm a little disappointed, but not too surprised to see Theon wasting in her timeline, wasting a timeline like this. But it's the girl lying next to her that really startles me. If I didn't know any better, I think the sea air making me hallucinate. But no, there's no doubt about it. The girl lying next to Theon is Ellery. Like Theon, Ellery is wearing nothing but her underwear. I guess when it comes to the looks, I can't complain. They sure make a nice diversion from the flat blue sea and the flat blue sky. Now, which of them is cuter? And also, we said it before that since you're using your magic to, since we are using our magic to more or less drive the ship or sail the ship, they don't really have much to do. So why are you even complaining, really? If you can't do anything productive on the ships, then you will just sun, let's say, lay down in the sun like we are. I personally think Ellery here in this question, but I'm gonna say both. We're both so attractive. I can't decide. There's the reason why I recruited these two girls to join my party, other than their admittedly impressive fighting skills. Pretty girls really are the best. Even more something nourishing than miso soup. Just as good for the soul. But I can't let myself stand here and gaping. What in the world are we doing? That's right, she should feel guilty. I'll be sure to give her a piece of my mind later. I can see her point, but still. Despite their scanty appearances, this is quite a pure scene indeed. Shouldn't you be in bikini or something too? You're only using your magic to steer the ship and all of that, making the ship move, so you don't really need to be dressed for combat. I was going to scold the Larry and Fion for being lazy, but Fion's right. Larry does push herself too hard. I should probably let her relax. No, don't want her working herself into an early grave. Now, Theon and Larry have been accounted for, but I wonder what Neve is doing. Maybe I'm paying her a visit. She's probably underneath somewhere. I actually think that this can be a good place to end this video at, so I hope you liked it, and if you did, so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!